This is AD Tech Sports and News YouTube channel. Breaking. Arsenal agree personal terms with Hincapié as Kiwior nears Porto move. Arsenal defensive plans for the new season are taking shape quickly, with significant movement reported on both incoming and outgoing fronts. On Monday, several trusted sources confirmed that Piero Hincapié has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. The Ecuadorian defender has given the green light to join Mikel Arteta's project, and a long-term contract is already prepared. What remains now is for Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen to agree on the structure of the deal. At the same time, Kiwior is edging closer to leaving North London. The Polish international is in advanced talks with FC Porto, who have made an official proposal worth around €26 million on a loan with an obligation to buy. Kiwior has approved the move, and once final details are settled, he is expected to travel for his medical and sign in Portugal. For Arsenal, these two deals are linked. Kiwior's departure will create the financial and squad flexibility required to bring Hincapié in. The club are preparing their first official bid for the Leverkusen defender, which will also be structured as a loan with an obligation to buy, spreading the cost over multiple seasons and keeping within Premier League financial regulations. Why Arsenal want Hincapié? At just 23 years old, Piero Hincapié has already built a reputation as one of the most reliable young defenders in Europe. A key part of Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen team, he helped the German side win the Bundesliga title in 2024, their first in club history. Hincapié is naturally a left-sided centre-back but can also play at left-back, giving Arteta valuable versatility. His qualities fit perfectly with Arsenal's style of play. He is comfortable on the ball, press-resistant under pressure, and quick enough to defend in wide areas. Arteta has always valued defenders who can step forward with confidence and support the team's attacking build-up. In Hincapié, Arsenal see a player who can provide cover for Gabriel Magalhaes, complement new signing Ricardo Calafiori, and offer solutions if the squad suffers injuries. Leverkusen have always valued Hincapié highly, and his contract reportedly includes a release clause of around £52 million, €60 million. Arsenal, however, are not keen to pay the full clause up front. Instead, they are pushing for a deal that allows them to take him on loan with an obligation to buy next summer. This structure would help the club balance their accounts while still securing a top-quality defender. The Kiwior domino. For Arsenal to complete the signing of Hincapié, they need to move on at least one defender. That is where Kiwior's move to Porto comes into play. The Portuguese club has submitted an official bid to take him on loan with an obligation to buy. The package is expected to reach €25 to €26 million, including add-ons, and talks between the two clubs are progressing well. Kiwior has been a solid squad player since arriving from Spezia in January 2023. He covered both centre-back and left-back positions whenever Arteta needed him. However, the arrivals of Calafiori and the consistency of Gabriel have limited his playing opportunities. At 25, Kiwior wants regular football, and Porto are offering him the chance to play week in, week out, in a team that competes in the Champions League almost every season. From Arsenal's point of view, selling Kiwior now makes sense. They will recover a good fee for a player who was never fully a starter, while also creating the space in the squad and wage bill to bring in Hincapié. For Porto, it is an opportunity to secure a versatile and experienced defender who still has room to grow. How the deals are structured. Both deals are being discussed in a similar way, loan with obligation to buy. This type of transfer is increasingly common across Europe because it allows clubs to delay the full financial impact to the following season. For Arsenal, signing Hincapié this way means they can avoid paying his full release clause this summer. The obligation will likely kick in after certain conditions are met, such as appearances or qualification for European competitions. That means Arsenal can secure the player now without breaking financial rules, while Leverkusen still get the guarantee of a full transfer fee in the near future. For Kiwior's move to Porto, the obligation to buy ensures Arsenal know they will receive a fixed amount, even though the transfer was presented initially as a loan. Porto, in turn, can spread out the payments and manage their budget more effectively. Trusted reports backing the story. Reliable outlets across Europe have now covered the developments. The Times reported that Arsenal's pursuit of Hincapié is real, but depends on offloading Kiwior to Porto. Sky Sports highlighted Hincapié's qualities and confirmed Arsenal's interest, while ESPN and TalkSport also stated that Arsenal are preparing a bid. Transfer specialist Fabrizio Romano added that personal terms with Hincapié are already agreed, and that Arsenal will move once Kiwior's departure is finalized. This consistency across outlets shows that the story is more than just speculation. Still, it is important to remember that no official confirmation has been released by Arsenal, Leverkusen, or Porto yet. Until contracts are signed and medicals completed, the deals remain in progress rather than fully done. What Hincapié would bring to Arsenal? Should the deal be completed, Arsenal will add a defender who ticks all the boxes for Mikel Arteta. Hincapié's aggressive style of defending allows him to step out of the backline and win the ball early. He is quick enough to recover when opponents counterattack, and he is technically secure, meaning he can play short passes into midfield or switch play with long diagonals. With Arteta often rotating between a back four and an inverted fullback system, having someone like Hincapié provides greater tactical freedom. He can play alongside William Saliba, give Gabriel rest when needed, or even cover for Calafiori if injuries occur. In many ways, his signing would ensure that Arsenal's defensive level remains high across all competitions, including the Champions League. What's next? The next few days will be crucial. Arsenal must finalize Kiwior's transfer to Porto before sending their first official bid for Hincapié. Once Porto and Arsenal agree on the final terms of Kiwior's loan obligation deal, Arsenal can focus fully on negotiations with Bayer Leverkusen. For now, the sequence looks like this. Kiwior completes his move to Porto. Arsenal formally send their loan with obligation bid for Hincapié. Leverkusen decide whether to accept the structure or demand closer to his release clause. If all goes well, Hincapié undergoes medicals and signs his long-term contract with Arsenal. Until those steps are taken, Arsenal fans will need to be patient. But the signs are promising. The player wants to move, personal terms are agreed, and the domino effect with Kiwior is already in motion. To get football transfer updates, subscribe AD Tech Sports and News YouTube channel now.